And so in anything that you want to accomplish in life, what you are really doing is skill acquisition. That skill acquisition curve, it's front loaded. The first stages requires the most effort, but later, once you have repeated it enough times, it just requires refinement. It requires maintenance rather than creating the skill from scratch. So think about, for example, memorizing the Quran. It takes an incredible amount of effort and focus time to get to 10 juz. But once you get there, no portions, but it becomes part of you to the point where even if you don't read those 15 juz, you can still come back to it and it will not take the same effort to be able to revise them and read them from the top of your head. So when you have gone through the struggle and you have put in your heart to accomplish that first portion of that skill, maintaining it is nowhere near as difficult as memorizing it for the first time. And the hard part is not maintaining that skill. The hard part is getting it in the first place. So Arabic is exactly the same thing. It might take you 15 to 24 months before you comfortably speak, communicate, understand lectures, and pick up books of the scholars. But once you reach that level, it becomes part of who you are. Even if for a year you don't speak Arabic, when you come back to it, your brain remembers it. You don't have to start from zero again. You just spend a little bit of time kind of like warming it up or waking it back up. Business is no different. It takes years and mistakes and frustration to get to that first 10K a month. But once you have learned those lessons, maintaining it, even starting it from scratch again, becomes much easier because you have already paid the price of learning the fundamentals. Same thing with your physique. It's the same exact thing. Building muscle takes time. Losing fat takes time and knowledge and habit formation. But once you have done it, once you can do it again and again and again, you have already become the person who knows how to do it. And you become more aware of the foods you eat and the habits that got you to lose fat. So now it becomes part of your identity. We know that now Fulan, that now Muhammad doesn't like too many oils in his food, doesn't like too many sauces in his food, doesn't eat too much sugar. You know, he's conscious of what he eats. Why? Because you have gone through that period of time where you was losing fat or you was getting in shape. Because people are not in shape because of their who they are, but it's because of their habits. And it's all in the little things. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons so many people stay average at so many things. They are trying to build all of these identities at the same time. They want to be fit, they want to learn Arabic, they want to memorize the Quran, they want to read these 15 books or memorize these 15 books or build a business at the same time, fix their sleep, media, all at the same time. And especially today, it becomes very hard or is even harder to not compare yourself to somebody else success. Because if you open your social media, you see a person talking about what they have accomplished, the business they have built, another person showing their physique, another person talking about memorizing the Quran, another person learning languages, another person traveling the world. You are constantly looking at everyone else's highlights on their feed. And if you're not careful, it makes you feel like you are behind. And that's something that we all experience. Someone might look at my life right now and might say, oh, mashallah, he's won at life. Meanwhile, I'm here looking at somebody else thinking about the next level that I want to reach. And that person, he's probably looking at somebody else too. And that's why it's very dangerous. And the Prophet ﷺ, he has warned us about this. He has taught us not to constantly look at those who are above us, but to look at those who are below us. Reported in Sahih Muslim by Abu Hurairah, where the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he says, انظروا إلى من أسفل منكم ولا تنظروا إلى من هو فوقكم أو إلى من هو فوقكم فهو أجدر أن تزدروا نعمة الله أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. Because it protects your gratitude, it protects your contentment, and it reminds you of how much Allah has already blessed you with all you have. So mastery of skill requires seasons. Every major achievement in my life came from giving one thing, almost everything I had for a period of time.